You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Saturday the 26th of April, 2025. It is 37 days after the spring equinox. It is 55 days before the summer solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 7th day of Floréal, the day of the muguet, the lily of the valley. The sun rises today at 6 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:54 p.m. The sun sets today at 7:47 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:16 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 8:52 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes 25 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase and is 2% full at midday. The new moon will arrive tomorrow. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, low tide 3:31 a.m. minus 3 centimeters. In the morning, high tide 9:48 a.m. 1 meter 65. In the afternoon, low tide 3:42 p.m. 0 centimeters. At night, high tide 10:08 p.m. 1 meter 95, which is a high tide indeed. The moon is approaching its monthly perigee. In our shared realm of plants and animals, maple trees, as we have noted here before, flower fairly early in the season, and so now they have produced their seed pods called samaras. These seed pods each have 2 wings. Some may remember calling them helicopters, as they watch them fall from the trees and spin in the wind. Others will remember how delightful it is to split each samara in half, open the seed case, revealing a slightly sticky inside, and stick the leafy part to the end of their nose. Commemorations. On this day in 1937, the bombing of Guernica took place. The city in the Basque region of Spain was targeted during the Spanish Civil War at the request of Francisco Franco, who represented the fascist side of the conflict. The attack was carried out by the Condor Legion, consisting of bombers from the German Luftwaffe and the Italian Aviazione Legionaria. It was one of the first intentional bombings carried out on explicitly civilian targets, intended to demoralize the population. World War II would see this strategy widely adopted by air forces in both Europe and Asia. Remember the dead of Guernica today. On this day in 1941, the first baseball stadium organ went into use for the Chicago Cubs. It would become the standard musical accompaniment in American baseball for the next 2 generations. On this day in 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear disaster took place in Ukraine, in what was then part of the Soviet Union. The 4th reactor at the Chernobyl nuclear power station exploded, sending radioactive contamination high into the atmosphere. A huge evacuation zone around the nuclear plant is uninhabited by humans to this day, and the radioactive waste fell over a wide swath of Western Europe. On this day in 1822, Frederick Law Olmsted was born. The co-designer of Central Park blended insights from naturalistic landscape gardens in Europe with a deep appreciation for the American landscape itself. He went on to design parks across the United States and is widely considered one of the fathers of American landscape architecture. His vision for parks was deeply democratic, seeking to create spaces where people from all social classes could enjoy the benefits of light, fresh air, exercise, and experiencing the beauties of plants and animals. On this day in 1886, Ma Rainey was born. She has been called the mother of the blues, and she brought the Southern blues into broader American traditions such as vaudeville. She is also one of the earliest blues singers to leave recordings of her work. She once said about singing, "They hear it come out, but they don't know how it got there. They don't understand that's life's way of talking. You don't sing to feel better. You sing because that's a way of understanding life. And that is the Observatory, Saturday the 26th of April, 2025.